Hello guys, welcome back. My name is Nathan and today we're going to be officially discussing the newly revealed reverse retro jerseys, and today we're going to be ranking them from 31, the worst, all the way down to number 1, the best retro reverse jersey. Now these have just been revealed and I quickly tried to compile my full rankings, and we're going to be going all the way from 31 down to 1. So every single jersey is going to be in today's video. So who do I see as having the best reverse retro jerseys, and where does your favorite team's jersey place on my rankings? Watch till the end for all the reverse retro jerseys and all my rankings, and of course hit that big red subscribe button for more jersey content just like this one. Now we're going to start out today with the worst reverse retro jersey. Coming in at number 31, I have the Detroit Red Wings. Now in this scenario, there's really nothing that's going on with this jersey. I mean, I don't think it's terrible, but this is definitely the least jersey we've seen from Adidas so far in their timeline. I mean, again, there's just nothing that's happening in this thing. I like the silver, but that's all that there is. It's basically just a completely white jersey with almost nothing. I know it's supposed to symbolize the cup wins, but in just the jersey design faculty, it does absolutely nothing. And it's probably the most generic jersey we've seen in a very long time. Then going on to my next jersey up, I have at number 30, the Anaheim Ducks. Now this, of course, back to the Anaheim Mighty Ducks age, but I mean, this is nostalgic for all the wrong reasons. This has always been looked at as one of the worst jerseys in the NHL. The Ducks have brought it back here. I mean, I think it's a novelty item. It looks pretty funny on a jersey, especially an Adidas jersey. But at the same time, you're not getting any props from me for bringing back one of the worst jerseys of all time and not really doing anything to make it better. To me, Anaheim just kind of went a little bit lazy with this one. A lot of the jerseys they brought back recently have been fantastic. This one, though, is just an absolute miss. Then going on to number 29, I have the Pittsburgh Penguins, another white and away jersey. You'll kind of see a little bit of a trend that way throughout this video, but for me, the biggest problem with this jersey is the word mark. And it's not even really the word mark, because I like the New York Rangers jerseys quite a bit. The problem is it's so extremely small, and you can barely see that thing. To me, it really just doesn't do anything for me. I like the stripes on the bottom with the big yellow and the big bold black. But at the same time, with that word mark, there's just not enough going on in the centerpiece to really wow me at all. I think if that had the normal Penguins jersey on it, or logo on it, or maybe even the Robo Penguin from the 90s logo on it, that could have been beautiful. Instead, they put the word mark on that, and it's kind of underwhelming. Then going on to my next pick, we finally get into the first dark jersey in the ranking, and I have the Winnipeg Jets coming at number 28. Now, there really hasn't been any bad jerseys for the Winnipeg Jets in their history until now. To me, this thing is atrocious. I don't know why the heck gray is the main color. The only thing I really like about this jersey is the logo. I like how it's kind of light blued out a little bit. It's kind of colored out a little bit, but the gray is just bad. I don't really like the blue and the white coming down either, especially with the gray being the main part. I mean, I would have wished this maybe just be a white jersey, have that as the main color, and then have maybe blue, and then maybe, I don't even know what you do, as maybe like a red coming down or something. That would have been a little bit better than this. I really don't have any plans on getting this in my collection. Then going on to my number 27 spot, I have the Nashville Predators. I mean, we go from a team that's had such a great jersey history in the Winnipeg Jets to a team that has basically always missed. I would have loved for the Preds to go back to that blue checkerboard jersey that they wore for like 3 total games. It's one of the most rare jerseys of all time. Instead, they go to whatever the heck this is, with the white coming from the armpits, the silver from the bottom. To me, the silver does not work at all with the yellow, especially that yellow Predators color. And just seeing that on a jersey, it ain't doing anything for me, and it's like everything was brought together, but in the worst ways possible. I don't know, I'm just not a big fan of what Nashville has done with their jerseys in their entire history, and this isn't exactly an exception to that rule. But now we can get into number 26, and next up I have the Toronto Maple Leafs, and this is basically their jersey from a few decades back, but you got this, like, here's the thing, I don't think this jersey is bad, except for the logo. I don't know why the Leafs have gone back to easily the worst logo they've ever had. That stylistic blocky leaf is one of the worst NHL logos of all time. They did such a great job revamping that and making it modern and making it look good in the new logo they have just a few years back. I don't know why the heck they didn't just put that on this jersey and call it a day. That could have been so easy, but no, we gotta go back to the block logo, which just looks so horrible and so outdated. Seeing that logo on Austin Matthews is not fun. I don't know why the heck Toronto made that decision. They come in at number 26. Honestly, could definitely be lower on this list next time around. Then coming at number 25, I have the Columbus Blue Jackets. I mean, why is red the main color on this team? They've done such a big job of converting to this navy blue, this like almost military blue that like looks good on them. But now they're going to do red and white and that little blue. I don't know, man. This is just it's kind of too crazy for me for Columbus. I like that they're getting crazy and like that they're getting inventive, but I really don't see this as something that anybody would buy. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe Columbus fans would do that, but I don't know. This logo is just, this jersey is just an absolute fail in my opinion. Then going on to the Vegas Golden Knights, and speaking of inventive jerseys, at number 24, I have Vegas. They come out with this red jersey that has been leaked, and we saw it a little bit. To me, it's okay. I mean, I don't think the red is as bad as some people are saying, and I do like actually the design on the bottom, especially with that black, and then you have the gold there. I think it is all right. I like that they're also using their second logo in that, or their shoulder logo on the front. I do like that touch, and I do actually like the color quite a bit with that gold and with that black. But just the red, it's not Vegas. It's not really their color, and it never really was. I mean, I think it's all right, but anything more than a warped jersey, I'm not sure if I would like it too much. Then going at number 23, I have the Edmonton Oilers. I mean, this is another away jersey, so there's not too much to say. I think it checks some of the boxes. I like the orange shoulders, especially. That kind of colored out logo, I think works for the jersey. But I think at the bottom, there's still a little bit too little going on with the jersey itself. It's all right. Definitely not one of my favorites, though. Coming in number 22, I have the St. Louis Blues, and we get to another red jersey here. I mean, here's the thing. Yeah, it's the St. Louis Blues. They're wearing a wet red jersey. Haha, that's super funny. But it's just all right. Like, it's just all right. I really do like the blue on the bottom, how they basically just converted their heritage jersey from last year. And I think there's some pretty fun things here. And I like that they did go with the red. But my main gripe of it is just that they did it. I mean, that Blues logo on that, just with the way it clashes with that all red jersey, it just doesn't look the greatest to me. I like that they're changing it up, but at the same time, I mean, they're the St. Louis Blues at the end of the day, so I'm not sure about that one. I like that they're getting creative, though. Speaking of creative, we now go to number 21 and the Arizona Coyotes. Now, if you know me, you know that purple is my absolute favorite color, and it is not used enough in sports jerseys. And this one is kind of just there. I mean, you'll see later in the list how purple gets its much-needed representation, but Arizona, I mean, I like that they're using purple. It is very wacky, very out there, and I love that. But that does not clash with the bottom of that jersey with the cactus and all the desert stuff. I don't know. I like that they're using purple, though. Definite props to that. So Arizona does get an A+ in my books. Not in this ranking, but for their creativeness, which is all that matters, really. Let's be real here. At least Arizona has that. Next up, coming at number 20, I have the Ottawa Senators, and they just basically invert their new home jersey, or retro home jersey. I was always confused on what Ottawa was going to do for this reverse retro jersey line, because they already brought back their retro jerseys, and they basically just made the red version of their current home, which was the black and red. I think it's all right. To me, the biggest problem is it doesn't really clash too greatly with that logo, and I think it could use maybe a little bit more of blackness on that, kind of like how the San Jose Sharks made their logo a lot more black on their black jersey last year. I think it's all right, but it's not really too creative either. They basically just alternated their home jersey. It's fine. I can't really complain too much. Coming in at number 19, though, I have the Buffalo Sabres. This, of course, is representing their 2000 jersey with it was red last time, and it's an away jersey, so I automatically don't really like it too much, but I think this checks all the boxes in what I do want in an away jersey. My biggest gripe, though, is still the buffalo on the bottom. I really don't like that at all, and especially on an away jersey, it just doesn't really do too much for me, but I really do like that sword logo. I think it definitely works well here, and the striping on the sleeves is about as perfect as it can get, so I can't really nag too much on this. They did a fine job. Then going on to number 18, and this might be one of the hotter takes because when I first saw this jersey, I was kind of against it. But the more I look at it in mock-ups and, of course, in the pictures, I actually think it's all right. That being the Philadelphia Flyers. Now, I will say, it's still kind of weird how the orange comes down through the sleeve, but I do really like the striping, especially on the top, how the black comes down, comes right into the middle of the sleeve, and you have the white at the end. You also have the black on the bottom. I think this jersey works very well. It's more on the complicated side, but not too complicated. I think this is definitely one of Philly's better jerseys we've seen over the past couple of decades. Really working well in this one. I think it's pretty solid. Then going on to number 17, I have the San Jose Sharks. Now this one might go a little bit higher if I make one like in a year or two or something. We're going back to this one because I think this jersey gets pretty overshadowed by some of the others in the Pacific Division, but I really do like it. You bring back that old black logo, which is fresh as all heck. And I think the best part of this jersey is the striping, the black coming down from the blue collar, which is supreme, by the way. And then you have the blue on the bottom as well. My main gripe of it is that it's gray. And I don't know. I don't like that too much. I would have preferred they just had white. But, of course, when these jerseys were a thing and when they're alluding to it, they did have some gray on them. So I guess it does make sense. But at the end of the day, I think I would have preferred it as a white jersey, which is a rare thing, by the way. Then going on to number 16, I have the New York Islanders. Now, if you have this number 31 because of unoriginality, I don't really blame you too much. This is literally their home jersey, but darker. The thing is, though, I'm not really rating too much on creativity, so I still have it pretty high because, one, I love the Islanders jerseys right now. Their home and away are insanely good. And they have a little bit more of a darker tone, which leads back to the jerseys of just a decade ago, which I think is fine. It works. It's a really good jersey on its own, but it still gets knocked back a couple because of that unoriginality. I can't really not focus on that because it does need to be said. Coming in number 15, though, we have the New Jersey Devils. This one I went back and forth on because I think this is a jersey that's really going to look good on the ice, but in mock-ups and stuff, I'm not sure if it'll really shine too much. They have the Christmas colors, the green and the red. I personally really like that it's this edition for the New Jersey Devils jersey history. I think the red and the green has always worked out well. I think personally that away jersey that they had in last year, that was just fantastic, which is a rare thing for me. I don't usually prefer white jerseys, but that one was supreme. I still like this though quite a bit, obviously being in the top 15. But coming in at number 14, I have the Boston Bruins one. Now, this one was leaked about a couple of weeks ago, so we already got an idea of what this would be. And I personally like it a lot. They go back to that retro Bruins logo, which I love. I got it actually on this hat, by the way. So, yeah. Personally, I really like that. And it's all yellow, which is different from what the Bruins have done. I think it works for how much striping is here. If they didn't have especially that black on the end, I think it would have been a little bit rough. But they have the black on the end of the sleeves and on the end of the waist, I guess. And they have that pretty sweet shading or pretty sweet striping of that black, white, and yellow. So I think it does work quite a bit for this jersey. There's enough going on. You have the black collar as well. I think it works, and I think it works very well for especially a yellow jersey, a lot better than what Vegas did just a month back. Then going on to number 13, I have the Chicago Blackhawks. My one main problem with this thing, and it would be so much better if it didn't have this, was that just bold red waistband stripe. And that thing just absolutely sucks. If they had the same striping that they had on the sleeves, on the bottom, I think this would be pretty high. I really like that red shoulder combined with that black jersey. I think the Blackhawks, it's about time they've gone back to a black jersey. I would have preferred they went just straight back to that one without any changes, but I do like the red shoulders here. I think it works well, and especially that white stripe right below it. I think it's good. I think for Chicago, this is definitely one of their better jerseys in their history. They bring back a little bit of everything too, and I think it works well together to bring in a pretty complete package. Then we go on to another black jersey, number 12, and this one is sleek as all heck, and I'm so glad they brought it back, that being the freaking black Calgary Flames, freaking horse mouth breathing, whatever you want to call it. It's fantastic, and it has a name. Some of you guys can say it in the comments down below. It's like Smokey or something. I'm not quite sure. Anyways, I don't care. It's a fantastic jersey. That logo is underrated. as all heck, and I really like the striping down below, the red and the almost gold yellow, but the way it clashes with the black, or the way it clashes with that logo is sublime, and I love to see the Calgary Flames bring this one back. Coming in number 11, though, we have the team that beat them in the 2004 Stanley Cup Final. Sorry about that. The Tampa Bay Lightning. And for them, I really like the additions that they made to the Cup-winning jersey. It really brings a lot of Tampa Bay all into one a little bit, with that blue, with that white, with the black on the collar, on the bottom, and through the sleeves. I think this is a sleek jersey. Honestly, might be Tampa Bay's best jersey of all time, just all together. I think it works well. Personally, I'm still not a big fan of that outdated logo, but it does bring back nostalgia, and it is a reverse retro jersey, so I don't have too many problems with it. Coming in at number 10, though, this one is one I've already seen so much controversy about, and I'm really not sure where to put it. That being the Colorado Nordiques jersey, where they basically make the Nordiques away, but it's in burgundy. And I'm going to say this right now. For what they had to work with, I think it's fine. But why aren't you bringing the actual good Nordiques jersey back? You know, the baby blue, the best color of them all, besides purple, of course. That is what the Nordiques are known for. I mean, yeah, the white jersey's okay, but there's not a lot going on in this one compared to what they could have had with the blue. Now, if they were going to go for the burgundy on the blue, I don't think that would have worked at all. But they should have just gone back to the baby blue and have that jersey instead of trying to make burgundy on the white one. It just, I don't know. At the same time, I'm nagging on it a lot. It's still at number 10. I still think it works fantastic, but I think there's some definite missed potential there. I felt like if they're going to go for the Nordiques, they might as well go all the way throughout all of that. Just put the home jersey, put the blue jersey, or I guess the away back then, and just go full throttle. Instead, they kind of give their Avalanche flair to it, and I think it kind of downgrades it a bit. Then coming in at number 9, this one also is a pretty controversial one from what I've seen, but personally, I really do love this thing. That being the Montreal Canadiens blue and red jersey. This thing is awesome. And I you know, there's going to be a lot of people that hate this jersey because it's not Montreal. I personally could not care less. This thing looks sweet. I love that they basically inverted what they've gone with. They got the full blue, they got the red on the middle, and the Habs logo. It looks fantastic. It's going to take a little bit of time to get used to it on the ice, but from what I've seen so far, I just love everything about it. Might not buy it, but and it doesn't even scream Montreal too much, but it's a slick design. I really do like the colors. They just absolutely pop. I think this will be a jersey that people do underrate quite a bit. Then coming in at number 8, this one also is one that I think could go pretty underrated, that being the Florida Panthers. Now, I do wish they went for that redesigned third logo that they had on their helmets for a little bit, where it was this retro logo, but it was a lot more streamlined, a lot more 2020, I would say, and I felt like that would have been perfect. They go back to the old logo, which is fine. Personally, I really do like the colors, though, in this jersey. You have, of course, the red shoulders, and you have the yellow combined with that and the striping, but you got the white, and the more I look at this jersey, the more I really like the addition of that white. I think, especially on the sleeves, it's fantastic. Not sure about it on the bottom, but I think it works. I think it absolutely works, and honestly, for Florida, definitely one of the better jerseys they've had in their history. Then going on to number 7, I have my Dallas Stars. Now, if you don't know, yeah, I am wearing the Bruins jersey, but the Dallas Stars are my favorite team. Personally, I am really, really excited for this one. I'm probably not going to get it, but this is about as good of a white jersey as they could have ever brought out. And I like I actually do like the differences where they made the logo kind of silvery. I think it adds some more flair to it than it would have had. And I think the green on the bottom, I mean, that star design for any jersey is fantastic. I love that they're bringing back that logo. It looks great here and has always looked good. Then we go on to my number 6 spot. I have the Carolina Hurricanes / Hartford Whalers. And we saw the Carolina Hurricanes bring back the classic green Hartford Whalers jersey. They're now bringing the away one. Now, it's gray instead of white, which I'm interested in. I'm not really sure how I feel about it, but the actual jersey design itself, besides that, is about as perfect as you get. I really like the striping on the bottom, actually, and I think it contrasts well with the rest of the jersey, where you have the blue and then the green on the end, and especially that collar, I think, is really sleek. I think it's Hartford, so it's going to be good anyways, but that is a fantastic jersey. I'm not sure if I would have preferred it to be white or gray. I think it's a little bit off-putting with the gray, but I don't think it's the worst thing in the world, and it's at number 6, so it couldn't be too bad, right? Then going inside our top 5, and I have the Washington Capitals. They go with their Eagle jersey, this time in Washington Capitals red. And again, this is one of those jerseys that the more I see of it, the more I look at it, the more I absolutely love. I mean, the Eagle jersey was the best jersey the Capitals have ever had, but I think when you look back on it, it kind of didn't really age the greatest because of that color scheme. I mean, you kind of had the weird, like, poopy color mixed in with that kind of drained out blue. It didn't really work the greatest color wise, even though the design was amazing. They go with the full red and the blue with the sleeves. I think it absolutely pops, and I don't think it's going to be, I think Alex Ovechkin, when he sees that thing, is going to be mystified looking back on his days when he scored that goal versus the Arizona or Phoenix Coyotes at that point. I think it's fantastic. Definitely, in my opinion, honestly, probably the best jersey the Washington Capitals have ever had. Then going on to number 4, I have the Minnesota Wild. Of course, they go back to the Minnesota North Stars colors, and I think it works fantastic here. The problem is, it's an away jersey, so this probably would have been higher if it was that full green jersey. But I think this is about as good as they could have made it with that lime green, with that yellow. It just brings so many memories back, and it's great to see a team finally use those colors, because I'm really convinced the Stars will basically never do that. So good to see Minnesota doing that as well. Then going on to number 3, and I have a feeling that this will be the most unpopular opinion throughout this entire video. Probably the most unpopular opinion I'll ever have. I have the Vancouver Canucks gradient. And I know there's going to be so many people that hate on this jersey, but I just want you to look at this design by S7, which is brilliant. Follow them if you haven't already. This jersey rocks. Like, I don't even know how to say it. It just absolutely rocks in every single way. I love green as a Dallas Stars fan, but I love mint green, especially as an accent on jerseys. And you have the Canucks blue, especially on the collar, which I think looks great. You have the white on the stripes. You have the mint green on the shoulders. But personally, again, this is one of those jerseys that the more I look at it, the more I love, especially that gradient. I think it just looks amazing with that Canucks logo where it's just coming up right as the Canucks logo comes up. And I think it looks so slick. The arms are so fantastic. The bottom is fantastic. Everything is fantastic about this jersey. And honestly, it's up there. I'm not sure if I prefer it over the skate jersey, but man, have the Canucks done pretty good with their jerseys. And honestly, going into next year, I mean, with the home and away and the skate jersey, and then they have this jersey, if they go with those 4 jerseys, that's probably the best jersey set in the entire NHL. Do not at me. That would be ridiculous. And I think the Vancouver Canucks are kind of just showing off at this point. My goodness. Then we get into the final 2, and at number 2, I have the LA Kings. Now, as I said before earlier, I'm a sucker for purple, and they bring it back, baby, with the yellow. Let's go. It is about time. I've needed this thing in my life. Honestly, I might end up buying this. I might end up buying this with, like, oh my gosh, Byfield needs to play in this. If Byfield plays in this jersey, I will be buying that immediately. Personally, I'm not sure if I would have gone with that retro 90s Kings logo. I probably still would have gone with the crown logo as the yellow one, but I still think it works great. But again, that purple, especially that color with the yellow and how it fits, it just is so good, man. So good. I'm so happy the LA Kings made the right decision. I don't know. I mean, I still like the home and aways for the Kings right now, but if this was the home and they maybe had, like, I don't even, who cares as the away jersey, I'd be pretty content, not gonna lie. Then we go into my number 1, and if you have been on this channel for a while, maybe you have, maybe you're not, we'll see. Subscribe if you're new. You would know who's number 1. It's the Liberty jerseys. I mean, there is no other choice for the number 1 spot than the Liberty jerseys. In my opinion, there's probably a couple. Honestly, my top 3 right now is probably the, actually, I'll get it out right now. Why the heck not? I'll get it right now. I have probably my top 3 would be this jersey, the Stadium Series for the Detroit Red Wings, the Heritage jersey that the Winnipeg Jets just had in 2019 with the kind of charcoal color, you know what I mean, versus the Flames, and then this jersey. Honestly, that would be my top 3, and they bring it back in Adidas. It looks as sleek as it's ever been, and I don't know, man. I probably have to buy this too. I'm gonna have no wallet after this. It's gonna be absolutely disgusting. I can see my wallet right now looking at me very dirtily, very dirty. asking what the heck is going on. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't want to have to use you, but it might be time because the Lady Liberty jersey is back. Maybe I get Kako on the back. We'll see. I don't even know. It's just fantastic. I'm so happy the Liberty's back. It's about time, and the New York Rangers finally make the right decision. The best jersey in Rangers history is back, and it comes at number 1. But that was going to be it for today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this jersey ranking video, I need you right now to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that notification bell. Get notified for all the new videos, and also comment down below. Next step, comment down below, what do you think of these reverse retro jerseys? What is your least favorite, and what is your favorite? And what do you think of your favorite team's jersey as well? Share this video with your friends. Get the rankings for this reverse retro jersey, boys. Get this up here. I want to have this video absolutely explode because we got it on time. It's going to be a super fun one. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Make sure you click on this card right here to watch all my hockey jerseys content right on playlist. My name is Nathan. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video or stream. Goodbye.